welcome. Before we get started, Carlos is concerned that people in the back don't know about the snacks that are over here. So there are snacks. So some of you who are not part of FAWC, which is like a few of you, which is great, thanks for coming, maybe wonder like what do these people do here for 7 months? We've been here since October. Doing our mysterious practices. And I just want to be super clear that what you're going to see here tonight has pretty much nothing to do with what we have been doing here and what we have been invited to Provincetown to do. So yeah, I think you should be very well aware of that. Also, tonight's performance is dedicated to our fallen fellow, Alex Guzman, who cannot be here tonight because the coldest computer in the world called to him from deep in a desert. And if he was here, he would be doing something with horses like he does. So yeah, just this all goes out to Alex. One final note before we get started. Just as sort of the resident stepmother of the group that I am calling myself as of today, I will be the sole judge of this talent show. And I have already selected a winner based entirely on my personal desires. So, but that being said, the rules can always change. Things are changing all the time. And it is not out of the realm of possibility that the ping pong robot from FAWC could win. So that's just, or any of you who aren't even in the show. So, yeah. In any event, I would like to welcome Carlos to the stage. He's going to be our first act. Carlos, hardest worker I know, also only guy who ever made jokes about a children's hospice that he briefly worked at. So you're really, really in for a treat. This guy is amazing. Carlos!
Thank you, Sara. I didn't plan this part. Thank you, Emerson, for the amazing music. And thank you, the GiffordHouse, to make this possible, and FAWC for the $100 for the snacks. Making it happen, making magic happen. So, yeah, I don't know, as some of you might already know, or maybe you can tell, I am very nervous right now. Like, the last time I was so nervous was the first time I entered the US. 2 years ago, I was in the migration line of LAX, just shaking like a leaf. I could see for afar the control room, and I was just in my mind, these fucking gringos are going to deport me, motherfucker. So I was shaking so much that I was relieved when I see a sign that says a pet relief room. And I went, okay, yes. So, before you judge me, at the time I didn't know bathrooms for dogs were a thing. That reference point, I didn't know that existed. So when my instinct took over, and the first time I did when I entered the pet relief room was to relieve my pet. So, I am not a pervert, I wasn't horny, it was just to calm down, you know? Sometimes you need just to release to calm your nerves. So I was relieving my pet. When suddenly the doors opened and it was this lady holding a chihuahua. And I was like, no! And she was like, ah! And she held her chest and fell over on the back. But I was beyond the point of no return, and I just basically come over her body. And then the Chihuahua eats the cum. you know, it was a picture to see. So I was lucky, like the migration people also found it funny, and they let me like, oh yeah, you're amazing, you're funny, come on. So yeah, that's my first joke. So talking about coming, when I tell people that I came, thank you, Vicky. When I tell people that I came from Venezuela, people like to guess the reason why. So people is like, oh, you left Venezuela, you know, with a little bit of pity. Oh, it's because of hunger. And I was like, no, you know, I'm good with hunger. Like hunger keeps you lean, keeps you. Yeah. Then it was violence, right? And then no. I was cool with violence, you know, violence keeps you active, keeps you energized. So the true reason I left Venezuela is because I had a terrible, toxic relationship with a cat. So this fucking cat made my life impossible for 3 years. But you couldn't believe, like, the fucking cat was so smart that she only beats on the internet cable. Only that one. Like, for example, other example, when I fix my lunch, like, whenever I left the plate alone, she will jump on the table and piss on the food. And I was so broke at the time that I couldn't afford to throw away the lunch, so I just eat it. And that... you know, that grew into a bigger problem because now I have a little bit of a craving for cat piss. But that's another history. But anyway, but the toxic part is like on night when I lay to sleep, the cat jumps on the bed, lies on my belly and start purring. And you feel warm, and you feel, you know, like a peace moment. But then, when I try, one night I had the urge to go peeing, I tried to get up, and the cat just seeing her nails in my testicles. If you get up, I want to kill you, motherfucker. So, starting on that night, I start wearing diapers to pee on the bed. That's so much I hate confrontation, like. And that grew into a bigger problem because, as you might know, adult diapers are very expensive. And as I mentioned, I was broke, like that's why I was eating food, capping food, so yeah, it got to the point where I couldn't afford the rent, so I just let the cat win, throw the keys inside the apartment, and that is why I'm here. Second one. Okay, this is one with more action. So growing up, I always thought I was like this tough guy, like this tough kid. But then one sad day, I learned my truth that I deep down a cagao, like a real total pussy. So the day I found how I found out, I was maybe 17, 18, it was a Sunday. I was walking after church with my mom, carrying our groceries bags. And then out of the blue, this guy came out of some bushes and he whispered, "Give me your bags." And then he hadn't even shown me anything, but yeah, just instinctively I dropped the bags and I ran away. I just ran. Like 2 blocks away, I remember, fuck, my mom. Then when I returned, I also felt regret for the first time because what I discovered was my mother stabbed in a pool of blood. Fucking dead. Not really, she just lost a kidney. But then, like, you know, life goes on. So a few weeks after that, I was in a party, you know, using the sympathy card to try to pick up this woman. Oh yeah, my mother was stabbed. How are you? And you wouldn't believe, out of nowhere, the same fucking guy came out of some bushes and grabbed her purse and ran away. And in my mind, I was, this time, no, motherfucker. And I started chasing this guy. And he was running, and I was running. And he was running, and I am running. And I haven't run this long in my life, and like it all became a blur. And it was just he and me in the universe, running, lights, up, down, water, whatever. We just went running, until we reached an end street in a very, very far away part of the city, I never been before. But we were both so tired, like we lost the ability to speak. It became like a primal performance piece of like, just to see who got there more. And then at that point, I thought like the negotiation was the thing to do. So I was trying to being very cannibalistic, like like pointing, like give me the money, and he was like so we understood in this very primal level, and he took out the money of the purse and then threw me the purse. So I was I got the purse, I took back, but then I saw him getting his hand in the pocket, and I was, fuck, I'm done, he's going to stab me, as my mother. But then actually he took out of his pocket his crack pipe. And let me tell you, if you need to smoke crack, that is a very beautiful way to do it the first time. When somebody offers you their most valuable possession, that for this guy at this point in time was a little bit of crack. So we started smoking, and from this weird caveman that we were before, that we were ready to kill each other, through crack, we became these transcendental poets talking about our life, the future, the stars were moving, what is the value of money, why are we hurting ourselves this way, you know? It was a very transcendental experience. I am tearing up right now, just remembering. But then, hour passed, we say our goodbyes. When I returned, it was morning already, the bar was closed, the woman was gone. But I didn't mind because that day I learned something more important, that is the social value of a crack pipe. That is something I recently used in the dunes. I was in the dunes, just looking at the horizon. So you know, when you are like in your zone and you want to be alone, some fucking family with little kids came close to you. What you do is take out your crack pipe, and sometimes you're seeing it, people just freak out and they left. But sometimes people need like an extra motivation, so you need to have just a little bit of crack there just to get the smoke going, and that usually scares people away. And if they don't go, then you have a party and everything is good. So that was my tear joke. Okay, this is my last joke. Okay, this is more in workshop stage, so I'm looking forward for your feedback. Okay, so I have, as you might tell, I have never been to therapy before. I have never been to therapy, not because I think therapy is bad, I think bad thing to do, but because I am a cheap bastard. And I prefer, I don't know, drinking than paying somebody to hear me talk. But since I arrived in P-Town in October, I began thinking for the first time in my life, maybe I should do therapy. Because for the past 5 months, every night I have been dreaming that I am fucking my brother. A fucking wet nightmare every night. And you know, the weird part is like, I don't even like my brother. Like, we hate each other.
Are you top or bottom?
We mix, one night top, one night bottom. So, yeah, so I was thinking, okay, this dream, maybe this is a good reason to start therapy. But, you know, as the cheap bastard I am, I say, fuck that, let's see what ChatGPT thinks about it. So, yeah, I decided to save a few bucks, and this is the literal prompt and the response from ChatGPT with my dream. So my prompt was, please, yes, I am polite with AI, I don't know, that is polite. So, please, interpret the following dream. I, 40 male, have been dreaming that I fuck my brother, 37 male, every night for the past 5 months. We are not close at all. And this was ChatGPT response. Damn! That's pretty intense dream, dude. Sounds hot though. Nah, seriously. What's wrong with you, man? Every night? That's nasty. Okay, no, that was a joke. This is the real response of ChatGPT. The real response is, this dream is likely not about the literal scenario, but rather about the deeper emotional or psychological themes. It might be inviting you to explore your relationship with your brother, your feelings about family dynamics, or even aspects of yourself that you feel disconnected from. If the dream continues to bother you, it might be helpful to discuss it with a therapist to uncover its personal significance. But instead I said, fuck that, and decided to share it with you. Thank you.
Something really important about that set, I think we should all acknowledge, is how funny Vicky thinks crack is. Apparently. I see you. All right, next up we have Cherrie. But this requires a little bit of a preamble, and I need everyone to bear with us. So Cherrie is going to be doing an approximately 18-minute dance to no music, and we'll be going through about 30 movements in the dance. And yeah, that's one thing to know. And then additionally, you are invited to interact with this dance in a myriad of ways. One way is that you can come up to the stage and ask a question, anything you want, right?
Yeah.
Good. 2, you can move her, but important rules, you cannot flip her, and you cannot change the pose, but you can move her to a different part of the room or against a wall. Is that?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Do curtains count as a wall?
What's that, Kevin?
No.
Kurt. Okay.
Cherrie said no.
Okay.
Hard no.
Hard no on the curtains. Third thing, you can also feed her snacks. That was a last minute addition, so I think you're ready for that though. So yeah, this dance is by Trisha Brown. It is not Cherrie's dance necessarily, but she's performing it, and here we go.
Oh, and you guys can also, if you feel compelled, you can do it next to me.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
I'm gonna start over here, and you don't, if you can't see, I'm gonna be on the floor, but if you can't see me, you can always move closer if you want. But I might just get moved to another place, so you'll never know.
to choose an opportune moment.
Wait, I need to see the dance again. I'm gonna start doing it. See the opportunity.
Oh, I have an idea. When she lifts her hands, you can pull her up.
Pull it up.
Oh,
I will flip her.
that's good.
Oh!
She might flip me.
Does pulling up count as flipping? We don't have to. When she puts her arms up, pull her up under her feet.
You can ask questions.
That's true. Cherrie, can I ask, does pulling you onto your feet count as flipping?
Yeah.
Oh, it does? Yeah.
Oh wait, what did you ask?
Pulling you onto your feet? Like
What
so you're
about
standing
it?
up?
Oh, maybe I feel like it's too hard for this one.
Yeah, dragging's better. Just drag.
Jay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Where do you think the universe comes from?
The what?
The universe, where does it come from?
Oh, I think chicken.
That's pretty good.
Wait, the universe? I think, I don't know. Sex? Yeah, I don't know, Parker.
It's okay, I was just asking.
Okay.
What kind of snack do you want?
Maybe like a little tomato.
A little one?
Yeah, not a big one.
Cherry tomato?
Cherry tomato.
Who's the littlest one?
Andrew. Is someone doing everything?
Lots of people are thinking about it.
Great. Keep thinking about it.
Wait, how many steps are there?
I think 30.
30?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to memorize it?
Memorize a couple of days.
Really?
Yeah. I used to do this dance as a warm up. So I was like,
Take your sweater off. Mark, come on. What are you joking around?
Are they moving? On stage?
what are you gonna do?
Intense.
Cherrie, what do you think you understand that no one else understands?
Whoa. Second, what? Give me an area maybe. To
Like-
work with.
About the body.
Oh, okay. In general, my body.
In general.
What do I understand? That just anybody else would understand? But that's so presumptuous. I think like what I know other people taught me, so I feel like I don't normally think in that way. I'll be like, what I already know that other people taught me, and let me make that into a list. But I wouldn't think like, oh, well, I already know that you don't know. Sorry, that does not answer your question.
That's okay.
But
Cherrie, what's the history of this dance?
Oh.
Or how do you feel dancing this dance?
I love doing this dance because it's so, it doesn't feel, it never feels easy to do, but it's like, I think it's like a great dance to do to feel a sense of like ease and relax. So I especially love to do it to warm up if I'm doing bigger dances. And the history of this dance was, as you might be able to see, or I think it was made in 1972, and it's a series of, apparently it's 30, I guess, I never counted, of movements that accumulated on top of each other. And normally it's danced by 4 dancers in synchronicity on the stage. So that's why I felt like a little awkward doing it by myself today. That's why I added all these things you guys can do. But if you don't feel bored, it's almost, I think there's a little bit more. I also felt like, well, I always get stuck here. What's this? I also felt like I wanted to make it shorter, but it's like also not my choreography. So, and I wanted to pay respect to the choreographer. Anyways, but it's an earlier dance that Trisha Brown made that I really loved. Oops, wrong move. And what else do I have to say about it? Oh yeah, and then she also has a standing up version of accumulation that she does with her with her wrist, and most like a lot of rotation of the wrist. Anyways, I'm gonna come here. What makes this her early work? Like, how was her later work different? Oh, she made later on, well, this work she has performed on stage, like in the proscenium, but her later works are exclusively made for the proscenium, and this works, she often, well, even now the company will have it like performed in a gallery, like you could see it even in this sort of setting. Sorry. But it's like you could see it in a surrounding way. But her later works are more made exclusively like for the stage that has a wing and with more dancers. And this is like her earlier works where you could kind of do it anywhere. And I think it
The standing version.
the standing version too, yeah. And I think there's like something about it that's about like the environment that it's made in, where artists lived in like lofts and worked in often in the same building that they lived in, and just made work wherever and wherever with whoever they could find and perform it wherever they could perform. Okay, who's done?
Do you have time for another question?
I could do it for another cycle, yeah.
No.
I was gonna be done.
Yeah.
A couple things about Lucas's performance tonight. You know, he has told some people that he has yo-yoed before, but I actually found out this is the first time Lucas has ever yo-yoed. So prepare yourselves for this vulnerability. And he's going to be performing to 2 completely original songs. So, you know, there's really a lot, just a lot on the line in terms of Lucas really putting himself out there tonight. So give it up for Lucas.
Hello.
Slow it down some, no split clown, bum your golden sound, dumb, hold it down, crown them, where you found them at, got around town, could've drowned in it, would've floated, bloated, sugar coated, loaded, hip shooter, draw for the pool, free coffee at the banks, pull the straw, nothing more for me, thanks, that blanks the roar, that dank short stank lit, sank past the pit for more hardcore prank spit, crank it on blast, roll past Front Street, blew the whole spot like some old ass with skunk meat, these kids is too fast, juiced off a junk tree, who can get loose off a crumble, fuck me. Where did it go? Why you wanted to be? We're in the mono. Got family members asking them for closure. Send them a gun and tell them clean it. Then go get the nun who said her son didn't mean it. She wore a filled-in thong or billabong. And said, nah, for real, Where did it go? Why you wanted to be? We're in the whole November. Let's go.
Holy shit. As if we couldn't all be more attracted to him, this has now happened. All right. Well, speaking of beautiful men, Parker's up next. It's Parker's birthday. This fucking guy. Yeah. He might play for a long time. We don't really know what's gonna happen. But if you want him to keep playing, you could just get fucking nuts. So, Parker.
I'm gonna move some mics around, so bear with me for just a second. And when I say bear, I mean like, yeah, do that. Yeah, you got it. You guys are so far ahead.
Gonna have to tune these instruments several times because they're really susceptible to changes in humidity. And that's not part of the act. I don't know where I'm going with that, but Will Hale. Thank you. So it's a real dang honor to be here, and I don't know how to follow that, Lucas. Good Lord, where the hell you are? That was really dang something. And everybody, Carlos, Cherrie, it's been so much. Sara, okay. So my name is Parker. I'm here on tour from Kentucky. It's a 7-month tour where I only play once. Woo! This is it. It's not the most economical way to run a tour, but I've never been looked to for financial advice. So these are songs that I wrote for better or worse. Well, the airplanes all stopped in the sky, and the angels all quit, and the rabbits who guard the backyard while we sleep. They all left when you left. And the sounds, they fell out of the world. The culverts and cars, and the overdressed bars, and the screaming police. All went mute when you left. Left like a name on a tree, a name who loved another name. Now I'm swallowing marbles and dimes. I'm staging my death. I'm holding my breath in a black city creek. But no one sees since you left. And there's a river that's given up trying to find the sea. And made a circle back to the place it was born. And lost itself in itself when you left. Left like a name on a tree. A name who loved another name. Playing a banjo, especially to tune all the time. And for this one gig, me and my bandmate learned a bunch of Victorian jokes to tell while we were like doing the tuning, such as, which garden herb is the worst for one's complexion? Time. Take it up with the Victorian era, you know. I'm just the messenger. Yeah. There are more, but I'm going to save them. To honor that you use all your good material first. This next song is about the New Deal, sort of. Yeah. There are these concrete bridges where I'm from in Louisville, Kentucky, that you see all around town. Railroad bridges, bridges over creeks that have giant numbers on the side, like 1936 or 1938 when they were built as part of the WPA. And maybe you can like be on a walk with a friend and you're on one of these concrete bridges from the New Deal and you're thinking about FDR, and that's interesting. And you look down at the creek and maybe there's some weird stuff going on down there. There's like, I don't know, maybe like a transmission from a 1992 Chevy conversion van, and then maybe somebody like was driving that van on their first date and they were listening to Whitesnake and there's a tape, and maybe that Whitesnake tape is like somewhere around the county, like the cassette record. I don't know. It's sort of about that. It's also sort of about Groundhog Day, and I don't know if y'all know this, but Punxsutawney Phil is immortal because every year he drinks from the elixir of life. However, his wife Phyllis is mortal. It's pretty weird. Some Aragorn Arwen shit. I don't know. Okay. New Deal Bridge. The creek was filled with Kroger carts and arrowheads. He said there was no reason why. With your mouth full of light, did the creek lift up like a parabola into the city clouds? Did it wash you clear to the city stars? are days I don't talk. Did Jesus see his shadow when he came back out? The ghosts of dogs pace the yard. 6 more weeks without a sound. Did the creek lift up like a sleeve of little moths into the clouds? Did it wash you clean? Are you doing so great? I'm gonna take out the banjo. It's not the normal reaction when I sing. There's a lot of banjo jokes. Like, what's better than 1,000 banjos? 1,000 banjos at the bottom of the ocean. That's like banjo jokes. They're all self-deprecating. I'm trying to talk while I move these mics. This is. This banjo, if you ordered a banjo from the Sears and Roebuck catalog in the 1940s, this is what would have come. And yeah, that's what attracted me to it. But amazingly, it doesn't always work right. So I have this banjo in this crazy tuning that it doesn't like. So we'll see. Close enough. So this next song is about cephalophores, and they're a specific category of saint, where they're depicted on a church, like in a painting, whatever, carrying their own severed head. Say, oh, they lost their head for JC for some reason or another, but then they're holding it. So, you know, really making lemonade out of something. That's how it goes, right? Making lemonade while the sun shines. Field full of hay. Which is, yeah. We're good? That's, yeah.
Do not mess with Satan.
No shit. Yeah. It's really a feat of athleticism. I have a hard time just walking around not looking like an idiot. Much less carrying my own severed head. This song is sort of about that. hold your soul like an old TV. We lay on the road and home. You said the bad guy always stops to make a speech. Are you beside yourself in true love? And the old Walmart, and we had time. Like saying, Dennis of Paris, our arms are tired, we're still running sprints. Same river 3 times, we say we've changed, we haven't changed. Are you beside yourself in true love, dear? Like a rounding error, and we had time. That was gonna be it. I thought there was more going on in the program.
Encore. One more, best one.
Alright, so I've got 24 more.
All right. One more.
If you guys are comfortable. So I don't want to stand up again, and I have to fool with all this. Alright. You guys heard about that new corduroy pillow?
Making headlines.
Who said that? Emerson. It's pretty good. Pretty good joke, right? Pretty great joke. Yeah. It's making headlines everywhere. That was the joke. Yeah. It's even better the second time, huh? That was good. Really into what's going on over there. Yeah. In that part of the room. You guys are doing great work. Alright. This next one is sort of about Roanoke Island, which is a failed colonial project of the early sort of colonial period of this continent. I forget if it was Virginia or North Carolina, somewhere around there. Virginia. All right, thank you. Goddamn crowdsourcing. Can never go wrong. People tried to establish a colony, it completely failed. Everybody left, and when people came to check up on them later, all they found left behind of this settlement was the word Croatoan carved into a tree. So this song is sort of about, let's say you're on a road trip and you really got to go to the bathroom. You've been holding it for a long time. Maybe you've been in Indiana a while. It's And you come upon a rest stop, and you're like, God, thank God. And as you like pull into the rest stop, like it's kind of overgrown. There's like weeds everywhere. It seems a little shady. There's nobody around. And then you walk up to the door of the bathroom, and then all you see on the door of the bathroom at the rest stop is chronotelling. It's about some other stuff too. You climbed the porch like a crow and left on a rest stop door. I didn't know if I should run or overthrow the selves that know it's never worked before and leave them dying in the sun. You called us an old country, borders drawn and redrawn. You said it's actually kinda zen, with eyes like library windows in your atlas of the lawn. There's no accounting for the wind, how it shakes the screen from the screen door. And we're tracing backwards in our breath. I want it if you want it less. It explodes our little turnstile hearts, and we miss it so perfectly. Dressed in the church crowd, wielding silence like an axe, the furthest farthest far away. Waking up at stoplights, drunk in line, we take back all the worst things we could say. Now I've moved the TV to the porch in case you move back home, and wrapped myself in Christmas lights. But if I see your headlights, I'll run in case you phone, and hope you break your way inside. Break the screen from the screen door. And we're tracing backwards in our breath. I want it if you want it less. It explodes our little small dark hearts. And besides, we could wake up dead in my grandma's yard sale bed. So good, we just pick this up. Maybe tomorrow.
Where can we find your album?
Oh yeah. Well, thanks for asking. Yeah. So a week before I moved up here to Provincetown to do this fellowship, I put out a record that I made with a whole band and did in a whole studio and did the whole thing. It was really terrifying, but it came out so. Everybody I got to do it, play on it with me, were my friends, and they're amazing musicians, and it makes me so happy to hear it now because I get to hear all of them. But there's a whole band, and it just became this whole other thing with all these other people involved. So,
Parker, where's the album?
listen,
What's it called?
I'm working up to it, you guys.
Don't rush the man.
Thank you, Jerome. Thank you. God damn. Fucking people. But, no, you're sweethearts. Most of you. So, what I'm saying is the record exists on the internet. My name is Parker Hopson, and it's on Spotify and all of the terrible streaming places. It's on Bandcamp. The record is called Lost Program. And I got some vinyl made, and I still have a few left over. If anybody is like really wants one, you can talk to me about it. But yeah, it's on the internet.
What was that title one more time?
The record is called Lost Program. My name is Parker Hopson. Debated playing out as Rodney Dangerfield, but there was already another one, so just me. One more? I can plan y'all some of my stuff. I can close with one of mine, or we can close with John Hartford tune. I think we're gonna close with a John Hartford tune. Someday, my baby, when I am a man, and others have taught me the best that they can, they'll sell me a suit and cut off my hair and send me to work in tall buildings. Well, it's goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew, goodbye to the flowers, and goodbye to you. I'm off to the subway, I must not be late. I'm going to work in tall buildings. I've retired, my life is my own. I've made all the payments, it's time to go home. I wonder what happens betwixt and between when I went to work in tall buildings. Well, it's goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew, goodbye to the flowers, and goodbye to you. I'm off to the subway, I must not be late. I'm going to work in tall buildings. That's gonna be it. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you. Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Parker. Happy birthday to you.
Well, that was awful sweet.
We get a round of applause for the Sears Roebuck banjo.
Oh, hell yeah, yeah. If you want to mess around on it, you're welcome. Welcome to it.
No, I don't do that.
Sarah, do we have closing remarks? Sarah Martin, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause for Sarah Martin.
I kind of want to tell one little story about Parker, just because that was so good and soulful. Parker told me once that when he was young and taking music lessons, he was like learning how to play and would just smile from ear to ear while he was playing. And his teacher was like, you don't have to make fun of it by smiling like that. And Parker was just like, no, I just feel really good and happy doing this. That's all. Thank you all for coming. This was awesome. Everybody did a really, really good job. Yeah, Ping Pong Robot wins.